Hello everyone, there has been a bit of a time gap between since I last update on what is happening in the world of competitive Trackmania, so let's have a look at it. Okay, starting off with some notable transfers, with the Trackmania Grand League transfer window now closing, we're now starting to see the public announcements of some players joining or leaving certain teams. At the moment, the known ones are that Vasil will be leaving Gameward and will be joining Sun. Sun, for those who don't know, is one of the rare organizations that just focuses up on Trackmania. So instead of being a clan or a team, it's a full-on organization that's part of the game, and that also originated from Trackmania. So Vasil will be the player who will be joining Sun and representing them in the next TMGLC. Also on the topic of TMGLC players, Mika has left Loud. Mika knows as one of the best ice players in the game, has joined together with a Sid to Lyest. Lyest was already present in Trackmania with the player Darkwix as the representative, Darkwix being the player who was playing for them in the TMGLO and TMGLC combine match. So in the future we will see Mika and a Sid also representing Lyest. A bit of news on the community side and a bit of a regional tournaments as well. Starting off with the Trackmania American Open. Trackmania American Open is the premier event for the North American and South American regions in Trackmania. It's a community hosted event by CD and with assistance with Trackmania's seasonal series. The Winter 2022 edition was played at the start of January, and it was won by Carl Jr., Tonkrom in second place, Fegli in third, and Yuma in fourth. Yuma as well being a bit of the fourth place scores as Carl Jr. gets a back-to-back win in the North American and South American regional tournaments. Now if we move on to Europe, we'll start off with the Benelux Trackmania Cup. Benelux Trackmania Cup was the event organized by the RIM Productions. It was won by Aculix. The Belgian player managed to win against Complex Astronaut and Tomix. Despite having a bit of bigger success with the French Championship and German Trackmania Cup from Hector side, sadly we do not see the best players from this region taking part in this regional tournament. However, still congrats to Aculix on winning the Benelux Trackmania Cup. Also now if we move on to British Isles, British and Irish Professional Cup was done as well, which was one of the first tournaments in this region done in close to a decade at this point. It was won by Pack, who was already known as the TMGL player and one of the best players in the game at the moment. The second place was for Saber, a bit of an old-time player making a comeback in his tournament appearance in the new game as well. And third place was busy with a newcomer, player who did start from the new game. And in fourth place was Jono. Jono also being quite of an older name, having taking part as well of the very first tournament in the new game and still showing that both Saver and Jonah still can compete also in the new game. And speaking of older names, the Baltic Trackmania League Open qualifiers were played recently as well. Baltic Trackmania League is the premier competition in the Baltic region. That's the region consisting of countries of Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. From the open qualifiers, there were 6 open slots, and one of the players who didn't manage to play through was Sander. Sander has not made a solo competition appearance in almost close to a decade at this point. Sander being the player who has won the biggest amount of prize money from any Trackmania tournament, winning Verizon playing in 2006. It was absolutely awesome to see Sander play, and we'll see how he will do in the group stage that will be happening on the 5th of February. So the rest of the players also came from the open qualifiers, as Sander has mentioned. Ziren, Tan, IDSP, Insider, and Lama Lapas, where they will be joining the 10 pre-qualified players in the group stage phase. The group stage phase will have a very similar format as the new TMGL format, having played in Swiss stage. However, every single match will be played in the Classic Cup mode format. Now if we move on to the Trackmania Grand League events, the Trackmania Grand League Mid-Season Invitational took place last week. Was placed in 3 different kind of events: the Qualifier, Main Event 1 and Main Event 2. The Invitational Qualifier consisted of 32 players who were playing from the main TMGL, TMGLC and TMGL Open. Qualifier was played using the Cup Long format, so which is a 4-player 1v1v1 match, with the goal of the players to win 2 maps. To win 1 map, they had to win 3 rounds on a specific map to secure the map win. And the match is played till there's 2 players who have 1 maps, and they will give the responding win. So the main goal of the event was just to get 3 wins and you qualify, 3 losses and you're out. The qualified players for the main event were Mada Grenadi, Uffy, Gwen, Scrappy, Aurel, Razi, Mime, Binks, Pack, Tween, Sappy, Evan, Bren, Link, and Masa. Afterwards, the qualifiers had ended. There was the main event 1, which was the first test event of the new format, which was using the Cup short format, where the goal was just to win 3 rounds on the specific map. In each round, there was a separate map where the players had to be playing. So the first event was won by both Pack and Uffy, both resulting in the so-called championship medal, which is the winning factor of winning the event. As well, there will be gold, silver, and bronze medals distributed as well that gave the placements for the overall MSI. And in main event 2, Gwen and Uffy were the winners, where Uffy definitely showcased that he will be definitely the player to look out for in the next season. And the final results of the mid-season invitational were Uffy taking first with 2 champions medals, then Gwen in second, Pack in third, Binks fourth, tied with Masa. Then the tied positions between Mada and Mime, Grenadi in 8th, Aurel in 9th, Tween in 10th, tied with Scrappy and Razi. Bren and Evan tied with 13, Link in 15, and Sappy in 16. So that'll be it for this video. Hope it was quite informative. Make sure to subscribe and give it a like for more Trackmania guides and videos, as well as some event and competitive scene updates. That will be it for me today. Thank you all for watching and see you all later. Bye bye.